Welcome, everybody. The co-creation in progress that you're hearing, just to synchronize our hearts and minds, and all of us with each other, with the drum beat, which is the long wave energy bringing us together. Happy to see all of you today. This is my shamanic drumming and Michael B. Martino on the flute. We don't know where we're going with this song, but happy to share with all of you as we make that journey with this music. Thank you for the sage, Molly. Thank you for the view, Thomas. Thank you all for sharing where you are. Yoganali. Hello, friends. So happy to see all of you here to dance with the dragonflies today. I will connect with my ancestors, with my Salagi name, the river basin, and land that I'm on, and ask you to do the same so that we all know each other and where we are and who the original inhabitants of our land actually was. Galigia Kaweskwe, Dancing Heron, Dances with Death, call me Gail, in Wayumi Ganaita on our sacred mountain Adagul, which means helping many people. And we are the people who resisted both removal on the Trail of Tears and the reservation the federal government calls Cherokee. We resisted by hiding in these mountains, and they continue to support us in every way here in our Salagi, my ancestral Salagi homeland, the land of the woodlands people, where we all reach back to this wave of humans where we all share ancestors. We're all here now, so we all came in then. And these singing and dancing ways are the original instructions that we all came in with. So I'm so happy that all of you will join me here today in returning to those original instructions. So please bring yourself in this way. And Pamela, would you begin for us? Can't hear you.
I'm Pamela. I'm in Ottawa. I'm on the unceded land of the Algonquin people that have a land claim process going on right now. And that's it.
Thank you, Pamela. Yeah, thank you for that. LaDan, would you please bring yourself in this way?
Yes, I want to call my ancestors, my grandmother and her mother and grandmother from my maternal side. I want them to be with me and protect us and enjoy this dance with them. And the water basin where I was born, that I feel very connected to, is called Karun River.
Thank you so much, LaDan. We're honored to be dancing with your ancestors from Iran as well. So beautiful. Lynn, would you bring yourself in this way, please? You're muted.
Hello, I'm Lynn, and I am 9 miles from the south coast of England, and I am slowly learning the wonderful ways, the Indigenous ways, which I feel I've come home to almost, and the experience I've had so far with Gail and everyone else. And I am very grateful for this experience, because I feel as if I was supposed to do this at a soul level, and before going back a long way. So I just feel so privileged to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Shonda, would you bring yourself in this way, please?
Yes, this is Shonda. I'm in far west Texas, close to the New Mexico border. My spiritual name is She Who Weaves, and I'm on the Colorado River Shed and the traditional lands of the Lapanapache and the Texas Seminole and the Kickapoo and the Tigua and many others. This is an ancient sea, so there were many tribes that lived here, but we are still the home of the Lapanapache and the Texas Buffalo tribe as well.
Thank you, Shonda. Kate, Red Clover Kate, would you present yourself in this way, please?
Yes, good afternoon, all. Red Clover Cade here. I'm actually coming to you from the central highlands of Guatemala, the homelands of the Mayan and the Mexica, and I'm at the shores of Lake Atitlan. I really don't know my rivers yet too much, so I'm not sure. Looks like this is the Great Basin for here.
Thank you, Kate, for taking us to Guatemala with you. It's beautiful to see that water behind you. Ursula, would you present yourself in this way, please?
Yes, and my name is Ursula, and I'm living on the land of Cornwall, which is the southern leg of England, and it's surrounded by the ocean and the sea by two, the whole leg is basically surrounded, but the biggest part of the waters that I'm with is the Atlantic Ocean, and it's the land of the Celtic people. And the tradition is that Jesus and his family used to travel to our part of the world regularly while he was still alive. And then the family when he died. So it has a very strong Christian tradition as well.
Thank you, Ursula. Freebird, would you bring yourself in this way, please?
Hi, I'm Freebird, and I am sitting in well, there's 5 main rivers that come here together into the big Miami River, which travels down to the Ohio River. So I'm about 50 miles north of the Serpent Mound in the Ohio area. The Paleo Indians, it's my understanding, the Paleo Indians were the first ones in, and the Wyandot were the last ones out in the colonial way, and there's no reservations here. So this is where I am. Thanks for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Freebird. Yeah, it's great that you bring that Serpent Mound energy of the woodlands people, the true red race, in with us today. Yeah. Molly, would you present yourself in this way, please?
Hello, everyone. Mali joining you from London, UK, nearest body of water, River Thames. I would like to invite my Croatian ancestors that have done the work to be with me, and also the Croatian seas and Croatian waters and the ancestors and all the little flying ones. From that land. So yeah, thank you. Happy to be here and happy to see the white reindeer. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. Yeah, thank you, Thomas, for showing us those beautiful deer. And would you like to present yourself now, Thomas, in this way? Is it a good time for you to do that? Just unmute and tell us where you are and introduce us to the original people of that land and those beautiful animals there with you.
Oh, no wonder you guys couldn't hear me kind of talk. I've seen it. But yeah, they're just getting out because they wanted to come out and meet you guys when they heard the drums, the music. So
nice. Tell us where you are.
In Cuyama, and the river is Cuyama. This is our home town, our home territory in California, in the United States.
Is that Ho-Chunk territory? And do you want to call in any ancestors to dance with us today?
Our ancestors are all around here, but we're in the northern part of our tribal territory. Kind of like everybody, they used to escape out here to get away from the Spaniards. I'm almost just. So that's what this is our northeastern part of our territory.
Beautiful. And Thomas is providing sanctuary for those animals that you see. Especially the white deer is protecting them from the hunters and the...
Yeah, they came here at the beginning of the COVID. They were supposed to be going to a restaurant up north by San Francisco. And the restaurant got closed down because of COVID. So they it's kind of interesting because we're still trying to figure out the mythology of why the white deer is so important to us in our land. But they're here.
And they're beautiful. Thank you, Thomas. That's very sweet. We have the white deer here in our homeland as well. Keith, would you present yourself in this way, please?
Hello, yeah, I'm Keith. I'm down in San Antonio, Texas, on the Edwards Underground Aquifer, close to, I guess it would be the Rio Grande. The river system through here is the San Antonio River and then the Gulf of Mexico.
Thank
And I
you,
still need
Keith.
to look into the original people here.
That's okay. You want to call in any of your ancestors? You want to
Oh,
call in
yes,
any of your
definitely want to call
ancestors?
in, yeah, both sides, both families here to sit
Sweet.
with me quicker and enjoy the dance.
Beautiful. Michael Coles, would you present yourself in this way, please?
Yes, good day. How you doing, all my relatives? My name is Michael Coles. I'm currently residing on the unceded territories of the Musqueam people in the Coast Salish Sea at the mouth of the mighty Fraser River, the colonial name for that. The indigenous name is a Stotlot. Stotlot is the people of the river. To give perspective in a non-naming aspect. As you can see, I have a picture of a beautiful relative coming up for a breath of air, giving us a acknowledgement of its presence. I live in a very beautiful bioregion. It's filled with life. And there's so many animals and trees. Everything is big here. Big mammals, big trees, big mountains.
Thank you, Michael. That's
Thank you
beautiful.
very much for allowing me to say my spoken word.
Yeah. Did you want to call any ancestors?
And my relations and ancestors hailing from Europe, England, and Africa. And so my relatives have always, that I'm aware of, like any other good person, tries to do good things and teach their children to do good things and be in a good way with other people's. And so this is what I teach my children in my ancestryhood, which is Isu. Anyway,
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Richard, would you like to present yourself in this way? Can't hear you yet. Hit that little microphone to unmute so we can hear you. Can you unmute, Richard? We can't hear you. See the little microphone with the red line through it? If you just tap it, then we can hear you. Okay, we're going to give you a minute to find that little microphone and ask Melissa to present herself, please, in this way.
Hello, I'm Melissa and I'm in Patagonia now. I cannot turn my camera on now. I'm sorry about that. The waters that are bringing life to these lands are the Nahuelhuapi Lake and the Ñireco River. And I'm inviting all my ancestors from the Andes and from Scandinavia to join us in this gathering. I'm excited about dancing with the dragonflies today. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. I'm excited too. Okay, Richard, do you want to try that again? See if that little mic will open up and let us hear you. We still can't hear you. Can you tap on that little microphone icon with the red line through it? Yeah, it's right down there on mine. I don't know where it is on yours. Yeah, just look for that
Mine is
little.
on the left corner.
Yay! Yeah, find it on around the edges somewhere. Thomas said his is on the right corner. Mine's on the
No,
left corner. They're
the
all
left
over the
corner on the
place.
bottom.
Yeah, somewhere on the bottom. Oh, it looks like you got it, Richard. Oh, where'd he go? There you are. Oh, he still can't hear you. I don't see your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Thank you for persistence and patience there. Yeah, tell us where you are and where's the waters by you.
Shoot, man, I lost the mute.
You're good. Yeah, we can still hear you. Where are you? Just tell us where you are. That's it. That's it.
He took his headphones off. He may not be able to hear you.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we
There
got
he
your
goes.
sound. That's it, Richard. Tell us where you are.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect
Oh, you can
now.
hear me now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Good.
I'm in Chicago and I'm in school, so I take care of some things. So I had to actually set down my headphones and I missed part of your program, so I apologize. And I had to put it
Okay.
on, take the video off also. I'm in the office
It's
here. And
all good
so,
here.
but I heard a couple things. One is from about the Ottawa, Algonquin, and the other one is Seneca, Gail. Am I
Good.
correct? Okay, it's very interesting. I worked in Winnebago Ho-Chunk Reservation for about 16 years.
Ah,
Organic
Thomas
food.
connected with you there. Yeah.
Yeah, so and
Ho-Chunk.
I'm on the phone pretty often with them over there. And I go to a school for world peace. It's
Nice.
called The Peace School in Chicago.
Oh, it's
And
great to
I'm very
have you
interested
there.
in what you're doing here.
Great. Thank you so much for being here with us. Yeah, we're gonna dance with the dragonflies as soon as we hear from Tracy in Australia. I know she's got a weak signal. Is she still here and able to bring herself in? Actually, I don't see her. So yeah, Tracy, there's Tracy. You want to present yourself, Tracy? I have a snorting Shiba in the background. If you guys hear all that pig noise, it's not one of Thomas's pigs. It's my little fuzzy dog digging in the blankets. Tracy, can you bring yourself in? Not right now, maybe. We'll catch you later. Tracy's in Australia. I'm glad she's here. I can't remember her water, but she'll tell us if she gets a chance. It's all good. We're just going with the flow here. No worries. We are going to dance with dragonflies, and I want to encourage. There's Tracy. You want to present yourself?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm
Come
just
on in.
not long awake, getting a morning coffee, taking the dog to the park, and I'll dance with you there.
Great. That's perfect, Tracy. Thank you.
I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Okay, great. So this music began when we were doing the dance for the winged ones that was inspired by Mali and Gabri, by their tradition of playing music to soothe the birds on New Year's Day after all the fireworks. And I did so many drummings. It was just a perfect day to do the drumming journeys. And I ended up with actually 5 songs, all with the energy for the winged ones. And this particular song for the Dragonfly is, I'm joined by Noah Proudfoot. So I want to give credit to him and thank him for rounding out the music with us. And actually I think I let Thomas hear the drummings. I don't know. He's the one who called in the dragonflies into this song. So let's just all dance together and think about our relationship, our experiences with dragonflies. If anybody wants to share after we dance, tell us about your particular experiences with dragonfly or your experiences during the dance, whichever and whatever you want to share with us. And Thomas, do you want to tell us how you felt the energy of the dragonfly or anything about dragonfly coming with you to make this song?
Oh, that was last week. That's part of transparency. But I've kind of forgotten most of it, what we were talking about.
I know. Last week was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you have any dragonfly teachings or medicine that you want to share, you can do it now or after the dance. It's all good.
Yeah, thank you. One of the things though is with dragonflies is usually out here it's kind of like really arid. It's a high desert, and periodically we get a lot of swarms of dragonflies. So that tells us there's water in the area sometimes, and it's usually underneath us in the groundwater, or we're above some. There's like a lake underneath. It's an ocean lake underneath this land here, and sometimes it's referred to as Lemuria. A lot of people don't believe in that, but in our tribal myths and stuff, we use the word mu a lot, which means center. And then our altar island from ancient times is Lemu, which is Santa Rosa Island in the Channel Islands now off of the coast of California. So it's about water mostly and transparency, just being open and trying to get more people to be aware of what's going on with all of our water, because water is life. Without the water, we don't exist. None of us, the plant people or the animal people or bird people, nobody, nothing exists. So it's good everybody's coming together like this in all parts of this world. That's all I had to say right now.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Thomas. I don't think I've ever seen a swarm of dragonflies. I would love to see that. Let's dance with them. Let's be a swarm of dragonflies honoring the water today. I'm gonna tell you a little about the dance. We make it a ritual by doing the same things with our hands at the same time. That's how we become one. And in this movement, there's 4 different hand movements. Okay, so the first one actually starts with shimmering. The shimmering of the dragonfly. We just dance our dance the way we dance, however we can be safe in our space, and shimmer our hands all around. Shimmer like the dragonflies as we dance. And then I asked the question in the second movement, where does dragonfly go when the wind blows? And some of you may know more than I do, but I saw them diving into the water or diving actually diving up into the air, it seems, when Dragonfly goes with the wind or when he goes down into the water. So just take your hands and dive down or go up and ride on the wind, whatever feels comfortable for you while you're dancing. And then the third movement is flickering fingers, flickering like the lacy threads in the dragonfly's wings. Yeah, thank you, Freebird. You got it. Flickering those fingers. And then the fourth movement is our arms going into circles. Okay, opening up to include everyone and everything, all life on earth, and bringing it into circle, bringing us all back into circle as we dance. And so Pamela will mute us. I will turn my camera around and we can all dance together.
Gail, we can't see you. Oh. Here. Yeah.
Thank you, Pamela. Okay, my dog's gonna dance with us today. Whenever you're ready, Pamela, I'll mute myself and we can all dance.
Illusion shimmers in sunlight, darting here and there. Dragonfly darkness with teeth and eyes, holding independent double wings and choosing any direction. Where does Dragonfly go when the wind blows? Sparkles of fleeting beauty, painted with iridescence, but lacy in stillness, with tantalizing threads of authenticity. Full circle sight and mating, ancient elders, living fossils, thriving for millions of years, alongside evolution of life on Earth, sovereign in solitude.
Hey, thank you all so much. Take a breath, drink, take a break if you need to. Take care of you in whatever way you need to. So beautiful to see the transformation in your face. Look at yourself. Look at your sparkling eyes and your glowing skin and your smiles and see your transformation. And now you know why we call it a transformation dance, because it truly transforms us, transforms our energy into remarkable, amazing togetherness, oneness. And whenever anybody is ready to share their experience or their dragonfly story, just unmute and speak as you will. All welcome.
Well, I can pick up that talking feather and say, Gail, sometimes I feel, a little, I think, what am I doing? But there is something so beautiful and transformative of just dancing with all of life. I don't think I've seen a dragonfly since last summer in South Dakota. And I haven't, there's been a couple of summers where I've noticed a lot of them. Truly, not really, maybe a dozen. And so it's wonderful to think into that transformative space and look beyond my feeling world, if you will, into something bigger than any of us and attempt to imagine this alchemy of a dance among all life. And so, even though I feel silly, I always appreciate coming.
Thank you, Kate.
Love you
Yeah,
all.
it's wonderful when we can feel silly together and be silly together and just sing and dance. Yeah, who wants to share?
To me, the dragonfly represents the dragonfly don't fly backwards. It doesn't look back. It always moves forward. So when there's times when I caught myself spinning in thought, it's always comes to me, go forward, dragonfly. Just keep going forward. Yeah. It's just the moving forward of the energy.
Yes. Thank you, Keith. Yes, that is such a good point. Excellent reminder for us.
Okay, I would share. I would like to share. I last time I saw Dragonfly was with Yelche, and I really felt dancing for her as well. I thought she's gonna be here, but she didn't come. So in a way, I danced for her. But my understanding is Dragonfly has got 4 wings, and it can move each wing independently. So it felt like connected with the 4 different directions. So that's the energy that was coming. Thank you. And Gabriel told me he was a dragonfly in his previous life, he thinks.
Sweet. It's beautiful. Thank you, Molly. And
Wow.
Gabriel.
Well, hi, Richard here. And I'd like to share, well, first of all, when I was dancing, I was trying to remembering all the times I'm so grateful when I was, we did like a couple greenhouses and trying to do sustainable growing in the Winnebago Ho-Chunk Reservation in Nebraska. So when the dragonflies would show up, because we have to water, our plants and everything, on those days, there'd be a lot. And I'd be so happy because, first of all, it can be hot. There's a horses next door, a lot of manure and stuff. So there's a lot of flies, and that's on sometimes they bite, and there's mosquitoes too. So, when those dragonflies show up, there's something about like everything is like, it gets so beautiful. I mean, it's like everything, they're just like there to help you. They're there to be part of your life to help, make things better for that day. And they'd come in so many at a time, and then they hang around, and then they kind of like land, and then they fly and they land. So I was trying to imitate that in my dance today, and it was so beautiful. So thank you. Thanks for letting me share that too.
Oh yeah, thank you, Richard. Yeah, you're also lucky to get to see huge numbers of dragonflies. I don't think I've ever seen more than 1 or 2 at a time. I'm hoping that'll
Well,
change.
yeah, one thing I want to add is the Missouri River is near there, so there's a lot of like that kind of on that reservation. There's a lot of wildlife.
Mm. Beautiful. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to come in at this point to say that I really appreciated the music. It was rather delicate, and it had that frequency of air and water, a very, very light touch to it, which was lovely to dance to. And And one of the phenomena in my mind with dragonflies is how ancient they are. You know, because obviously we've got access to books and stuff, and they tell you that it's over millions of years before the dinosaurs and everything, you know. But at another level, I've got friends who can see with different parts of their eyes that normally aren't active. So they see the being not as a physical being, but as an electrical being, what they call an electromagnetic being. And people say that's the aura, the soul of the planet that lives with humans is our aura. It's a little spoonful of her soul. And it shows up with all this radiation from our lungs, from our heart, from our throat. And so they see that the formation is very much like this radiation of wings, you know, which aren't really wings because it's energy. But and it looks very reminiscent of a dragonfly with its different levels. So a few years ago, probably about 45, 50 years ago, we did a little painting on a card of a dragonfly. It's called it the man, the dragonfly. Don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah.
Well,
Sweet.
there it is, that on the end there, you've got an ordinary man hanging onto the tree of life. And then you've got this beautiful, can you see the golden circle? And inside the aura of your golden circle, there is a hanging electromagnetic being, meaning all the radiation that one can see when you've got the eyes to see of all that's going on inside the human soul and its expression. So I don't know if you can, but I thought, wow, it really does, doesn't it, resemble something of the nature of the dragonfly?
Yeah, thank you, Ursula. That's beautiful. And I actually see those auras, and I'm happy to tell you that I see them on Zoom. That was the biggest surprise, that I can see the auras on Zoom. I try not to look without permission, and what I would do before Zoom, when I went to a presentation, you know, I would watch the person's aura as they spoke their words, and I could see where those words were truly coming from, and it just added a lot to what I was hearing, to be able to watch the person's energy changes as they spoke. And yeah, the same thing happens on Zoom. I can see all of you in your little Muppet box with your colorful energies all around you.
And isn't that what children do all naturally when you see them? Their eyes are flitting
Probably.
everywhere when they're toddlers. And they can't help it, can they? Because the colors are everywhere.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's sweet. I hadn't thought about the children. I always thought everybody saw things that way, so I didn't think it was anything to, you know, to think about or talk about. It was a surprise to me that everybody doesn't see that. But thank you for reminding us. The dragon's eyes see everything in every direction. Oh, it's incredible. That's why I put that close-up photo of their face and their eyes. It's so beautiful on the event link. You guys haven't seen it. Yeah, anybody else want to share your experience?
Yeah.
Go ahead, just open up and speak.
Yeah. Yes, the music was beautiful. It was very floaty, and I had my eyes closed and was sitting on a chair, and I was able to just float on the wind and feel so much energy coming from the dragonflies, and I felt quite uplifted because I wasn't on the earth. I was sort of gliding and guided in all directions, and I found myself just floating in a beautiful space. And I also was getting the strength of the dragonflies as well. And the more I did it, the more power and strength I was feeling from them. And I then almost sort of got a vision of a dragon at the same time. And I know it's the year of the dragon coming up, and it seemed quite sort of significant with the energy that was floating through. So it was a sort of a mixture I was getting, really. But thank you very much, because that was lovely, because I've got the storm here at the moment. So I had the waves of the wind. It felt as if it was water and air together. So thank you.
Sweet. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah. Anybody else want to share? Let's go quickly. We're about to run out of time, but want everybody to share who wants to.
I just want to share, I want to thank you again. The music was really, I think, touched my soul. As they were saying, it's very, very, I felt while I was connecting to the earth, I just felt that this whole idea of the, weaving the tapestry, I felt it, weaving this tapestry of unity, and with that whole bringing everybody in, I felt very connected and unified to both earth and above. And bringing everybody along, just I felt this unity of mankind, humanity together. Anyway, thank you. It was beautiful.
Yes, and thank you, LaDan. Thank you for asking for this dance on Tuesdays. We wouldn't be doing this if you hadn't honored my gift by asking to do this. So you are our inspiration and the reason we're here. Yeah. So thank you for that. Yeah. Anyone else?
This is Freebird, and I'll pick up very briefly. Thank both of you for your inspiration to begin this. And I found it very synchronistic that this was my first one coming in. And I was dancing in honor of the Dragonfly, who, when I started the Peace and Dignity Journey training and realized that I was the horse being trained for this Peace and Dignity Journey, me and my little Chiweenie dog Rashini was running down the streets of Florida. I was beginning to go from a walk into a run, and this dragonfly was flying in front of us and then dropped out of the sky right in front of us. And I picked him up with my little hanky and was carrying him along. And and was like, you can fly anytime, fly anytime. And he stayed and placed his head in the palm of my hand, and my hands began heating up. And so I took him into my room that I was staying in, and I placed him on my altar plate. And it was there that he decided to make his full transition. So I wanted to keep him, and because I travel on a motorcycle, I wanted to find a way to preserve him and carry him with me to continue honoring him. So I felt like I was him floating and dancing, and then it took me it was really opening up my heart, and it took me to flying with this swarm of dragonflies when I first made my transition out of the doghouse. A huge swarm of dragonflies, just like a big cloud, come through, and I was dancing with all of those ancestors. So it's just a very, very beautiful, and that music, yes, was very transformative, yet very grounding. It was floaty, but very grounding. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll put the feather back into the center.
Oh, thank you, Freebird. Yeah, you remind me the long waves of this kind of shamanic drumming actually speak to the mycelium and move among the mycelium. So we're supporting the earth in so many ways when we do this. So much life, all life around us. Yeah, does anybody else want to share quickly before we sing our gratitude song?
Yeah, I'll pick it up really quick here. Yeah. This is can you hear me okay? Because I'm not close. Yeah, I've got a new headset, so I didn't know if the mic was picking up or not. So yes, that was amazing. The music was enchanting. Absolutely loved that. And dragonflies, I'm very, very connected to that energy and that spirit. Many years ago when we started our permaculture guild converting lawns to food forest, It was the energy of the dragonfly that showed up at the first lawn that we were looking at. And it was just for a friend. We had no intention of actually turning it into anything serious, but we ended up, our permaculture guild is Clan of the Dragonfly. So it was that energy, and because it is a transformers and the world in between, and it's absolutely perfect for what we were doing. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to these dragonfly dances. It was absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shonda. We need all the permaculture we can get in this world. Yeah. Anyone else want to share?
At the lake where my sister's cottage is, where the family gets together, they release dragonflies sometimes, because the dragonflies come and eat the mosquitoes, because we sometimes have a lot of mosquitoes there.
Oh, beautiful, Pamela. That's permaculture. That's such a good way to do it.
And they're always a mosquito where the body is a very bright blue, nearly a turquoise, and then the wings are black gray.
Mm.
Do you want me to share a screen, Gail, with that image of the close-up of the dragonfly?
If you'd like to, yeah. And if anybody else wants to keep talking in the meantime.
And isn't it wonderful how when we're born in the womb and we arrive with the spirit and the soul, it's like, everything is in fluid, is in a living water in the womb, and even our lungs and everything processes that. But then when we come into the earth, when we're born into the earth, then we change, don't we? And our atmosphere and our life is then connected directly to the air, and we come up from the water into the air. And it's like we have so much that's in simile with the way of a dragonfly, in actually how our life that's been created actually has been formed up to be able to live on earth within the waters of one kind or another. Because it's, the understanding about your aura is that it's an electromagnetic field that's like a different level of water that, goes back to the womb. And there we are living with that as well, all around us, even though we're not always conscious of it. So it's just beautiful, the simile between all these different levels that as a human being, we actually are able to be in and with.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you, Pamela, for sharing that beautiful close-up image of the dragonfly shimmering in the water. Okay, I'm gonna give anybody who needs to leave an option out, and anybody who wants to stay and keep sharing is welcome to do that for a little while as well. So let's sing this gratitude song. Sing with me, if you will, please. And just offer our gratitude to all life.
Ancestors, please share compassion. All my relations, grandmother earth, water is life. We are grateful. Unchimalaye, mitagye o, unchimaka, many wachoni, bilmayaye. Thank you all so very much for being in community in this beautiful way. And we'll do it again every other week. So in 2 weeks, we'll see you again with a different dance. We have 3 more new dances for the winged ones and the dance for the air. that they are in that we all need so much. So we have a lot of new dances, and all four of these are working with
I
Noah's
cannot hear you, Gail.
similar. Oh, thank you, Melissa. That's my original sound problem again. Yeah, I'm just saying we have 4 more of these new dances from working with Noah that we will be sharing for the next 4 gatherings like this every other Tuesday. So I hope to see you all again and come on Monday and learn the songs too. Much love and gratitude, and stay and share. Keep sharing if you want to. I think if Pamela's okay with that. I so much gratitude to Pamela too for the hard work that she does to get our music and our images and to get the room open on time and get us all in here together. Thank you, Pamela, for all that you do and everybody for being here. And just keep sharing as you want to. Just open up and share or leave if you need to. We all understand. Oh yeah. Molly keeps our email list. We got to offer gratitude to Molly as well. And she says, put your email address in the chat if you'd like to receive her reminders when we're singing and dancing. She's so good to help with that. And they're always pretty beautiful too. Yeah, thank you all so much. This is wonderful gathering.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Claudia. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, if anybody wants to hear more of our original instructions, our teachings, I teach in the gathering room before this gathering, and maybe Shonda can put that link in the chat for you guys to copy or maybe.
Yeah, hang on. It'll take me a minute to go find it. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, Gail.
I would like to hear the instructions for the dance again, Gail, please, because my internet was not working. So I was
Okay.
trying to follow, but I wasn't sure about the steps.
Okay,
So I
yeah,
will
we
do
were
it again.
shimmering. We started out shimmering with our hands. And then in the second movement, we asked, where does the dragonfly go when the wind blows? So we were diving down or we were diving up into the wind, just going with our hands the way the dragonfly can go anywhere. And then we were flickering our fingers, flickering like the beauty of the dragonfly with those little droplets and those all that iridescence going on, shimmering and then flickering. And then we were opening our arms to include all life and bringing them into circle. So we were going from open arms to circle and then back out to open arms and back into circles, bringing this wave of humans back into circles with the help from the dragonfly who's seen all the waves of humans.
Thank you. I will listen to the song again and do it.
Yeah, we'll put this recording on YouTube and we'll put it unlisted like we did with the song class so that you all can see. And Molly will send you a link. Pamela's the one that does that for us when she gets a chance. She'll put it on YouTube and send Molly will send you the link in the email and on Facebook. And we'll keep it unlisted so that we can just share it amongst ourselves and dance with it again and again and again. I don't put the song on there in any other way. We'll get the song on there pretty soon, maybe with the video. But I do have the song on SoundCloud. So if you go to Guided Ritual Transformation on our SoundCloud, you can hear the song. It actually sounds the best on SoundCloud. They have a way of making the music sound amazing.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking that.
Anybody else want to share? Yes, thank you, Richard. Thank you for being here. Yeah. There's the SoundCloud link that Pamela just shared.
Copy.
All of our dances are on SoundCloud. And the ones coming up are on SoundCloud too, so you can peek ahead if you go to SoundCloud. You can see the butterfly dance that we'll do next time, and then the hummingbird dance, and then the dance for the air. And there's the link and the information for Shonda's gathering. See more of us? Oh, welcome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Thomas, for being here with us today and sharing your ways with us. And bringing in those creatures, those beautiful animals. We can't hear you, Thomas. Can you unmute?
Now I'm unmuted.
You're good, yes.
Yeah, thank you. The animals, they liked that first song before the dance.
Oh,
They were all
good.
coming out and they were dancing around. They were jumping around here like crazy.
Oh, that's
And,
great. That's great. That one's in progress, so anybody can add anything. Just send it to me and we'll try to work it in. That's what I'm doing with Michael DiMartino right now. We don't know where it's going, so everybody's
I couldn't do that.
welcome. That's good. That's good feedback to know that the animals like that flute and drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just really got them calmed down now because they discovered one of the cans of corn or containers, and they're over there tearing everything up trying to get to it.
Uh-oh. Oh goodness. Yeah, hungry.
Yeah, so they were going crazy on that for a while. So everybody wanted corn. As soon as they
Oh
discovered
yeah.
that the deer found it, then the goats were like, "We want some," and the pigs are like, "We want some too." Then you guys are locked up in the pens. I'm trying to hold the phone and watch the dance, and then trying to deal with them. I'm like, no, don't be disturbing the dance, you guys. But there's nothing to the corn though.
Oh, that's tricky. I know that's hard. And if anybody wants to participate in what Thomas is doing there with those rescue animals, you can let me know. I'll send you his direct link and you can send them some corn or some whatever you might want to contribute to those beautiful animals, that white deer and the goats and the pigs and the dogs and the what else? What am I missing? Chickens?
Goats, horses, chickens.
Horses.
And I think there's a feeling in the air, even though we're on Zoom, you know, that music is still resonant. You can still feel it going on, and there's such a delicacy to it. And I
think
think
it's your voice.
Pardon?
I think it's your voice because the one deer, he was way down there when you started talking earlier, and he came all the way up here, and then when you stopped talking, went all the way back down again, and then you started talking again, and he came back, and then I got him inside his pen.
Sweet. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm Deer Clan.
Tell you to talk again.
You recognize Deer Clan. It's Deer Clan. Yeah, calling us all in. Sweet. That's beautiful.
Remember, those guys are more sensitive than we are. You know.
Yes, that's what they teach: communication, listening. Yeah, beautiful, sweet.
Those guys are still wild, even though they're in a pen over here. They have all their senses and stuff. And
sweet.
It's nice if they like to come over here for protection because I let them out and they take off into the hills and everything, and they come back.
Nice.
They don't want to be out there where it's dangerous.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that why they love men around them? Because there's that lovely radiation of protecting that a man naturally radiates, you know. He will take care of things that they're protected, whether it's an animal or a lady or a child, you know. It's a natural instinct in a man, isn't it? And I think
Yes.
very often the animals, they pick up that color, that vibrancy, because it's a very, very real firmness and yet delicate thing to do.
Thank you, Ursula. That's sweet. Sweet to think about. It really is.
Yeah, but those bucks can protect the rest of them pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
That one, he's got caught up in the hot wire and stuff, and even though it's not hot, and I'm trying to get it all but off of it, and he'll try to get me. And I'm like, I'm trying to just help you and stuff, and I'm afraid of those antlers.
You should be, yeah. They're quite powerful, and Thomas is also living off grid there in a very permaculture way. So we'll try to drag him in to teach some of that in Shonda's gathering room offerings sometime too.
Yeah, eventually, because right now it's mainly the animals, and some of the other people I know, they're doing a permaculture group right now. And they're sending a message earlier to me, it's like, "Are you done yet?" And I'm like, "No."
Are you ever done?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like bouncing up in the middle of the night and stuff and working on things. But yeah, it's good with the animals. They could feel your guys' energy too. So they weren't acting all afraid or nothing, but they're not used to the phone. And I'm trying to protect the phone because they'll get it, they'll break it. They don't know how to use it.
They don't know how to use it. That was priceless.
You can teach them how to use it.
It's also the sound of music. Because I was watching a video the other day, and there was a young boy playing the piano accordion, and all the cows came from the other side of the field, right up close, and with sound healing and the vibration that is good for our body, and they're discovering more and more of that all the time for human beings. But of course, animals will come towards it because they feel the vibration in their bodies that it must be healing them as well. It's fascinating.
It is.
Yes, that's what I have to do sometimes when the bears are around. I sing, and they won't be so mean. They don't spook me.
I sing to them too. I sing the bear song. That's what
No,
they're
not
for.
one of their songs. They're the other ones, like nice mellow songs they like, and they'll start to relax. If you sing other songs, they'll get tense, and so but the animals are listening. They're listening all the time to us, and they can hear a lot further than we can. I mean,
they learn to listen better than we do. We need to learn that from them. Yeah, that's sweet.
The whole beings are designed to be able to hear from a distance and act like a funnel to bring it to them.
But isn't it magical how some animals, for example, like the bears, and they hibernate, don't they? And you think, I wonder if they hear the stars when there's a certain constellation that turns up and they suddenly wake up and they have to get out and they have to go about. But before that constellation shows up, would it be like a musical, suddenly the musical has arrived and it wakes them up, but it's a musical from the stars.
It's very possible because when they're in that hibernation, the first part, they start off having little babies. And so they're hibernating, but they're not, because they're nurturing their babies at the same time.
Right. That's what they're doing January and February here. I've actually gone up in the mountain in the snow and seen these tiny little baby bear cub like the size of my palm footprints that came out in the front of the rock den, walked a complete circle and went back in on the other side. So apparently soon after they're born, they circumambulate all by themselves when they're teeny tiny. I mean, look at, just the size of my palm. There's a footprint for a bear. It was one of the most amazing tracks I've ever found in the snow on the mountain.
Example, you have a dog, so sometimes you can see where a dog is, it looks like it's sleeping, but watch its ears. And like what she was saying, I think that's Ursula. What she was saying though is you can track the dog's ears. They're listening to sounds. You know, even though they're sleeping, they're they're very aware of what's going on all the way up into the universe.
But
So far beyond us.
Go ahead.
They're so skilled, so far beyond us. We just don't know it.
But isn't it curious that we don't have permission as a human body to hear certain sound frequencies?
Do we?
Yeah, we don't. We don't. It's not normal.
I think some people do have permission. It's just how we interact in this world. And that is whether we're given permission to be able to open up and listen to other things.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to grant our own selves permission because we're wondering if we're crazy or not.
That's what we call it, learning to listen.
Yeah,
there's sound all through the universe, because we had a talk on Humanity Rising yesterday on cosmology, and when they were going right out, they were getting musical sounds because they were recording the sound. And there's a website, I'll put it in there. It's obviously Alma, ALMA sounds.org, and you can hear the vibrational music from the universe. So why would animals not know that? Following on from what Ursula said about the stars, because animals, it's like the owl. We are 20/20 in our sight if we're perfect and we haven't lost some of the sight, whereas owls are 200. So, I think all animals are probably more powerful than us, although, most of the human race don't give them any time of the day, do they? But, yes, they're incredible creatures.
Yeah, thank you for that, Lynn. I love those sounds. It's in one of my songs for the birds, the singing of the two black holes coming together, and it's called gosh, what's the name of that song? Do you remember, Pamela? I think it's well, it's a picture of a little bird in a nest on the Singing Mist YouTube. You can hear the songs of the universe in that song.
Gail, I'm going to jump in here real quick. I have to take off, baby. I'm going to put the link to the event on Sunday. We launch our Sacred Space event. Gail is our firekeeper, so she will be initiating that fire on Sunday. We'd like everybody to come in and join us. So I just put the link in the chat. And much love, guys. Reminder, we have Earthstop production meeting in an hour. So check your link. Yeah, check your links. I'll send that to you. Okay, guys, much love. See you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We better close up. Anybody have anything real quick before we do? Oh, that's a beautiful shot, Michael Coles. That's such a dancing dragonfly right there. What a sweet image to end with.
Looks like a crystal one.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't even look real, does he? He's looking at us.
Having lots of really lovely images, Michael. Thank you for always. I've noticed you're always bringing some relevant images together.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Very
and
welcome.
real soon. Real soon.
Thank you.
Everybody's done already?